I look down at the... What? Can I even show that on YouTube? Hi guys, it's me. Today we're going to be reading the newest chapter of Only Pretend, chapter 28. So let's get right into it. Everyone, I would like to apologize for the camera angles in this video. I didn't realize how high it was and how alien I look. I didn't realize I didn't, and I apologize. I haven't filmed in a really long time and I didn't realize how high my camera was. I don't like it. I look kind of crazy, which is a shame because this is a really good chapter, but I hope that doesn't take you guys out of the story. And I apologize and I'm sorry, and I hope you guys still enjoy regardless of my alien-like features. Boop, beep, bop, beep. This chapter will contain a brief implication of attempted suicide. Nothing explicit will be depicted or described. Please read at your own discretion, so watch at your own discretion. Thank you guys all so much for your support. I know, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind. I keep thinking about nothing pleasant. And I don't want to think like that. I don't want to think awful things when I'm not an awful person. I can never think things like this when you're around because you're safe. I wish I could forget everything all over again. Everything up until I met you. Why are you talking like this? Did someone try to hurt you? Who hasn't? I think the universe ran out of people to send to hurt me because now I'm starting to think that I might. So just for tonight, can I stay with you? He touched her pointer finger. His apartment was exactly as I last recalled it from the night I found out my husband's affair. The familiar scent of cheap air freshener. Why are you being classed as Padmé? Come on. You could have just said air freshener. That left you scrunching your nose and a murk in the air that always seemed to accompany a bachelor's apartment. The weight of possibilities in here, the implications of my being here. His place had an eerie silence to it, as if it stood still in time, vacant of the warmth that distinguished a house into a home. Still, I made the effort to come all the way out here and wallow in it. I sought this out. I sought him out. I'll bring you a change of clothes. That would be nice, thank you. That would be really nice, actually. Sorry, I'm making up my own script, actually. The couch felt the same. I was different, but the memory of Haniel's arms wrapped around me as I cried my heart out was as vivid as ever. How he held me until I fell asleep. I still wonder every now and then that if that night was real or if I might have only dreamt it up. You want anything to eat? No, I'm okay. You sure? You look pale. Because the thought of food honestly makes me want to throw up right now. Received. Come upstairs when you're ready. Oh, he's a Christian Haniel. His mom's white and his dad looks Latino? I think he's Latino. Is Haniel Latino? Or he could be Catholic, that's popular in Latino culture. But his mom is white. I'm gonna have white kids. Wait outside. The idea of it must be unfathomable to you. But for children like me and Vance, who were brought up to preserve legacy, love has never been a prerequisite for marriage. After I left him for dead at the altar, my mother could barely stomach to look me in the eye. Especially not after I returned home pregnant without any purpose for it. Vance has already been forced out of the company by then. There were no prospects of reconciling a business marriage on the horizon. Not until I told her that I was keeping you. That's not what Sawyer told me. He said it was Vance's choice not to marry you. I came home pregnant with another man's child, Padmé. But Vance wanted his own. He must have relayed the story in such a way to preserve me some dignity. Does Sawyer know about any of this? Does he know about anything? The real history of it? You still care about what he thinks in all this? And what does it matter if I do? You don't get to profit from this. What would you know about caring for anyone? You forced my hand into his. Get a grip. I'm not here to fulfill your sick corporate agenda. If I hadn't done this, we would have no future. I've never seen the opportunity to work anywhere else. The company is the only life I ever knew. And if it was the only kind of life where I could provide for you, you tricked me into marrying someone cruel. Sawyer is not cruel. Do you really think I'm gullible enough to let a liar vouch for the integrity of another? You're all the same! He didn't know? Is that why he didn't turn my phone in to the authorities after my accident? What phone are you talking about? Chase found it in his room on Thanksgiving. What other possible explanation could there be for my husband to keep something like that from me? Why would he hide details about a life I've forgotten if not to silence me? That butthole tried to kill me! I told the boy to pretend. Oh my gosh, our mom just slapped us. I'm gagged. Do not make such an appalling accusation when he was the one who painstakingly waited for you to wake up every single night. You have no idea how lucky you are, Padmé, to experience that kind of love and devotion people sell their soul for. You have it. and you show not even the least bit of gratitude for it. Shame on you. You are accusing the boy who loved you back to life that he hurt you. I didn't experience anything. If you ever loved me, then it was only when I was still half dead. Don't project your twisted need for male affection onto me. Sawyer's pity into something I need to be grateful for. It's not my fault you decided to run away from Vance. But why did I have to pick up the slack for it? Being marrying a man I didn't love was somehow my responsibility. Well then, why would you go and make it mine? I'm your goddamn daughter. Rather censor God, but not damn. My methods were barbaric, I confess. But has it not all turned out for your benefit in the end? You live well, beyond the means needed for comfort. And you have found a loving, devoted husband regardless. Because of my sacrifice all of your life, you have been spared from most sufferings. My loving, devoted husband has been spending his nights inside someone else. Sawyer has what? It should have been you who died instead of Mammy. Padmé! I said hurt your mother, not say you wish she was dead. Padmé. Oh my god. I did not want her to say all that. How do you think we found ourselves in this predicament in the first place? Your grandmother made sure that any and all of her inheritance would never reach us traitors, because it has all been named under your non-existent child with the Owens boy. You're not making any sense. We received nothing, Padmé. Not even a penny if you don't have a child to Sawyer. I'm aware of the terms that family has been sworn under by his grandmother, but none of it matters. Your future hinges solely on a life as his wife. That is the only reason my mother let me keep you. You are her signature in this contract. You only exist in this world to be his wife. 1998. This is getting wild, guys. It's a healthy baby girl. Wonderful. So it will be the Owens boy after all. What? Doc, could you give us a moment? Did you honestly think that the world would stop spinning the moment you ran out to France? 3 years was a long time waste aboard, Emily. Valerie is already expecting another in August. A girl, which is a relief to hear there's an alternate. But you are having a daughter, so logistics are nothing to fret about now. And Sylvia agreed to all of this. To try and buy me out would have been to make an enemy out of me. Sylvia knows better than that. And to push back on what long-lasting legacy would be foolish of me, even if I'm unaware we are a worthy threat. This is quieter. This is a bargain bound with blood. We both get what we want. A nice above influence. By turning our home into her cage. The promise of your daughter is the only thing saving all that I've built here. So cheer up, Amelie. This is all for you. I'm securing your future. And one day your daughter might even thank you. The arrangement protects the both of you. I'm not telling you any of this to just be unnecessarily cruel. You just slapped the hell out of me. I think that was pretty cruel. But I did my best to shield you from it. I'm not proud of my actions, but it was all I could do. I didn't want to believe it. That the woman who had helped nurse me, even more so than my mother, the woman who taught me how to spell the word love, who taught me that it was the prerequisite for marriage, that this woman was malicious enough to raise me under the illusion that I had free will when everything about my life, even before the moment I was born, had already been dictated. I only exist for Sawyer, on whose terms? Padmé, where are you going? Padmé, it's late and it's freezing. No, you have no right to do that. You don't get to act like a mother after everything you've done to me. I don't even know who you are. I don't think I ever did. Don't look at me that way, Joe. You are a chauffeur, nothing more. Forget everything you heard and saw tonight. What little of it you did. That's a familiar sentence. If you're referring to what I think you are, open that mouth again and see what it earns you. I'm not below anything, especially not after tonight. Without my daughter, I have nothing left to lose. My ring light. Sorry, guys. This is a really bad time for my ring light to do that. You seem to care about Padmé and Ernest, so I can tell you bluff. You know better than to tell. This is your first and final warning, so it would do you good to carve these words deep into your memory. Why is she being mean to Joe? She would never look at you the same. Wait, is that my dad? No, I think my dad's Asian in this story. I think. I could be wrong. You could change in here. Ooh, she dropped it on her toes. She's wearing boxers. I don't wear boxers. I wear thongs. Come in! Bathrooms. Why did he clench his fists? Bathroom's just down the hall. Left you a brand new toothbrush. Holler if you need anything else. He's acting oddly reserved. Does he not want me here? I really don't have to stay here if you're uncomfortable with it. I could find someplace else to sleep. You're already here, aren't you? Nice. Way to really make me feel welcome. Fine, I'll go. Haniel, I can't read minds. If you don't want me here, then at least have the decency to tell me. I should have known it was a mistake to come. No, Padmé. Don't. Men are so annoying. If you don't want, oh my god, if you want me to stay, then just tell me, oh my gosh, I really like you and you should stay. Don't give me these mixed signals. I'm not about to put up with that. Then why are you acting so riskless? It's only me, Watson. It's only you. That's the problem, Padmé. You're my problem. Oh, I'm on my tippy toes. Hey. Oh, did she just hit her head? Whoa, wait, what's going on? You say you want to leave, and you say you can't read minds, but I call bullshit. Haniel. You want to know what I think? I think you know what you're doing. This isn't just all in my head, right? Smart girls, you always running back to me. Smart girl, you. No. Smart girls, you know better than to do that. So this has got to be something else. You're not making any sense. I'm not the only one dodging the question here. When are you gonna start being honest with me? What you really want from me? You only exist in this world to be his wife. Oh wait, that's mom. Sorry, he doesn't know me. Hell, he does. I don't belong to anyone. Not to him, not to my mother. I can decide a life for myself. I have free will. I have autonomy. You should go to bed, Padmé. You don't get to just grab my butt and then walk away. Should. The only word my whole life has always seemed to revolve around. Everything has always been about shoulds. What I should do, who I should be, and who with whom. But this would undoubtedly be my own choice. Nobody else decided this for me. This little divot in time was completely and undeniably mine. Ooh, she's grabbing his butt. Often I found myself comparing Haniel to Sawyer, as if my husband had somehow become my metric for love. And in a sense he was. As far as love went, Sawyer was all I knew. No relationship of mine had ever crossed thresholds the way ours did. None had ever come close to anything as real as it, even if it was all in my head. For a fleeting moment, our marriage felt real, and fuck did if I didn't miss it. I missed that ignorant bliss, the belief that I actually had a right over someone else's heart. You should. I miss this, the way my chest softened when my exhale became someone else's inhale. Padmé, I don't think he wants a kissy. You can't force a kissy on someone. Look, he's just standing there. Padmé, you're giving us a bad name right now. I missed it so much I couldn't stop the urge to recreate it. A quick remedy for my heartache. At the first touch of Haniel's lips, I remembered the taste of someone else. Girl, why are you thinking about him while we're kissing, Haniel? This is just all wrong. This isn't how I wanted our first kissy kiss to be. I remember the taste of cigarette smoke and the freedom of it. I now envy how easily it could atomize into the air and erase all evidence of the filth left in its wake. How he inhaled so carelessly, used them up, and spent all their flavors before sending them free into the atmosphere. If only Sawyer had been so merciful. But then Haniel's harsh grip finds its way around my wrist, and the touch so rough, so rigid and foreign that I figured it meant his disapproval. A pang strikes through my chest when his lips don't follow after mine. I fucked up, didn't I? A little bit. Oh, this is terrible. You're upset. That obvious. Oh my god, this is terrible. Oh no, why did you do that? Oh wait, who told you to stop? Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm a bit shocked. What? I'm married and aren't you still? Neither one of us is in love, are we? Still! This isn't cheating. You don't owe that jackbutt of a husband nothing. Not your loyalty, not your honesty, not even an inch of you. I saw that shrine in your living room. Doesn't this kind of stuff lay in your conscience? I don't believe in any of that. It was all my daddy. Do you? I never really grew up around any religion or idea of it. My grandma was Catholic and my mom was Muslim. Padmé, are you a Muslim queen? Then what do you care if I go to hell for taking someone else's wife? Why would you say it like that? You're the one who kissed me, Owens. Ooh. Sorry, didn't mean for that to slip out. Bad habit. Is this only fun for you because I'm married? Do you really have to overthink everything? Thought you came here looking for a distraction. That's not very reassuring. I came here for your company. That's different. A man's company. No, I came here for your company. Haha, easy. I'm just teasing. Hate men that are like that, just teasing all the time. Oh my god, just be honest. So then, what am I to you? Because I sure as hell ain't staff anymore. And I don't know what kind of friends you've had, but I don't go around sticking my tongue down mine. My body had never been at greater odds with my head. I had never heard nor seen Haniel like this before, never so filthy and self-assured. If not for the guilt that I just cheated on my husband, I think I could have even admitted that I liked it. This is all so wrong. Do unto others as you want them to do to you, or some bullcrap like that, right? Isn't this just returning the favor? That's how the Bible works. What would you know, you little skeptic? We've already broken all the rules anyway. They're kissing. I'm already going to hell with a few more. They're kissing. And she's getting a call. Ooh, should I answer? No, I'm gonna ignore it. You can sleep here. I'll stay downstairs. If my phone didn't ring, nothing would have changed. I want to, Padmé, but not like this. That's fair. I think it's wrong to do romantic things with someone if they're clearly in distress. So, kudos to Haniel. It was hard to make out anything in his room the night prior, what with the darkness and our busying ourselves with other matters. But in the morning light, I could at last make out the vivid teal backdrop of a wall, and the clutter brushed between furniture and tucked away in the deep corners. For someone who seemed so put together, Haniel's room was in surprising chaos. None of it made sense to me, but it made sense that this was him. That he was the hurricane that passed through here. You up? Well, you can see that I'm standing. Smartass, come down. There's breakfast. I love those shirts he wears, and he just dresses really nice. You could tell that. I'm not gonna say that, but he dresses really nice. Wow, you can actually cook. That could have been a real compliment coming from anyone else. What exactly are your qualifications? Shut up! You've already enlightened me of my incompetence in the kitchen, thanks. So are we gonna talk about what brought you here last night? I really like what you've done with the place. It's so homey. Don't deflect, and no need to lie. I know it looks like a crap hole. I was really expecting company. Now I feel even more special, getting the exclusive peek at all your dirty laundry. Literally. But seriously, it's a beautiful house. You have great taste. Ugh. My dad put a mortgage. What's a mortgage? Down. Mortgage? I don't know. On it, thinking we'd end up a family of 4, but it is a pretty big place for someone to live in all by themselves. Doesn't it ever get lonely? If you feel that bad, then come over more often. Sometimes Elle stays over. She gets worried things, so I'll lose my mind in here. Surprise! Today officially marks our divorcery. Just got the certificate in the mail this morning. You want to shell out your half of the $30 mailing fee now, or wait until after we divide our assets? That's not funny. Watch that lippy mouth unless you want it to stay unfed. You're the one who set the system up. I already said that I don't need you delivering meals. You can quit with the wellness checks. The saliva streaks of greed on my Tupperware say otherwise. And I have to piss real quick. Hold on a sec. She's gonna see me in my boxers. Eliza! Padmé? Oh no. What's going on here? She needed a place to stay over. I'm sure she did. It's really not what you think. Oop. Does Eliza like him? I can explain. You don't owe her an explanation or anything. Actually, she does. You're both married. Al, don't try and play that crap with me. Sorry, let me rephrase that. She's married. Are you busy today? I don't know. Isn't it Saturday? Perfect. You can catch me up on the drive to brunch. I'm meeting up with a friend in Soho, so come with. She just ate. She could speak for herself, thank you very much. Actually, I really appreciate that, because if I just ate and someone's offering me food, I'm gonna eat it. I'm sorry if that makes me greedy. Go get that food, girl. That sounds lovely. Actually, I'm gonna go freshen up. That's my girl. That's how you can tell we're connected on a spiritual level. She's married down to a jackass. So what? Just because he's scum doesn't mean you have to stoop to his level. It's not just about the optics of it. Have you ever taken a good look at who she's married? Ooh, she's right. He's not just some random guy, Dan. None of this will end up in a simple divorce. Best, of all people, what those kind of men are like. You think they could just sit here and take that big of a hit to their ego? Right, because what's a fuck up like me doing thinking I could compete with them? Dude, that's not the point. You would only set his anger off to go after you. He can sure as hell try. You don't know what he's capable of, and neither does she. She won't be able to walk away scot-free from him either. And why not? She's got the money, she's got the name, she doesn't need him. Which she protected by marrying him. What did she protect by marrying him? Fuck. Did you not hear that? I thought you knew. She seemed so close to you, and I thought because she knew Vanessa and she's been talking to your sister? Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? Jen, you promise you won't tell anyone, right? Vanessa's in deep shit. If it gets out, she's breached client maternity confidentiality. You explain it to me right now. What the hell has she been going on? I'm sorry, I can't read today. I'm having a really bad stutter. I'm sorry. Before her accident, Padmé had already started to motion up for divorce with Vanessa's firm. It's not a real marriage, Jen. At least not emotionally. It's just business. But it's all a haze right now what this business really is. Padmé already had her doubts about it before the accident. Shit, Padmé, why? This fucks everything up. Yeah, her company was supposedly doing Wait, what do you mean by that? Hold on. Have you already thought about this? Or no? Have you looked into it? Oh my god, Jen! And you didn't tell her! Tell me what? Those veggies probably haven't been washed since Thanksgiving. Scrub well tonight, Padmé. Fuck off. Padmé, I'll just meet you outside. I'm the red sedan parked out front. Didn't smell that way. Thank you for letting me stay last night for breakfast. And everything else. Bye! Sir, I think we need to talk. Save for the low of the heater and Eliza's manicured nails tapping an obscure tune against the steering wheel, the drive into Soho was quiet. In her presence, I seemed to sober realize that a world existed outside of the safe bubble of Haniel's home. A world that was very real and that I very much needed to confront. My fingers hovered over the send button on my screen for several beats. I wasn't sure whether it was my own will or the sudden jerk of the car into a red light that made the decision the end for me. Can we talk, please? Who's ignoring me? My mom? Bitch. Whoa. I don't think my mom is that, by the way. I'm sorry. Though I suppose I wouldn't exactly be jumping the gun to speak to me either. Who? But I had to know. More than ever, I felt the need to suppress this impending sense of doom that something bad was going to happen. That stomach-turning anxiety when you realize there's a phone or key-shaped absence digging into your pocket, far more fatal. If there's anyone who would know anything about my relationship with my mother before my accident, it's her. Is it Sophia? When coffee chat? Be honest for an hour and I'll drop the charges. When?
Who wants to talk in the study? Follow me. Take a seat.
She knows
about everything being arranged. She knows. The contract informed me this morning that she's reunited with the divorce attorney she's consulted before the accident. Padmé didn't tell you herself. How did your contract come by the information? Are they acquainted with the attorney themselves? That doesn't matter. Does he have to listen to this one? Agent Abiyard, please excuse us. Padmé already has her suspicions. Can't we consider involving her in the investigation? I would usually find no harm in it, seeing as she already has elected to conduct one herself, but unfortunately the girl is still so to speak in her company's dealings. I have my own reservations about her independent investigation, wherein she may have tempered with items in play in her name. With all due respect, that doesn't seem like her nature. You're hardly inclined to believe her. So, because she has yet to find anything against her name, or at the very least she has done a stellar job of concealing the extent of her awareness. She kept the matter of her divorce attorney hidden from me. Why withhold that information unless she has doubts about your intentions? But there are more pressing matters at the end than her recent program. Unfortunately, Sandy has planned the announcement to his retirement.
All of a sudden? Did something happen?
I believe he might be looking to hand off the company to Store as soon as possible. There is assumed leadership and by default accountability for anything we might uncover. He's stepping down into a solo role and making Sawyer the face of the company. Because Sandy knows I don't have the heart to implicate Valerie's son, let alone arrest him. I don't want the boy to be the one to clean up after his father's messy. His credibility and reputation in this industry will forever be tainted. That's assuming he's actually unaware of his father's dealings. And for what reasons are you casting doubt over his innocence? The same reasons you refuse to involve Padmé. She's a liability, not well on his shoulder. I'm not familiar with her as much as you seem to be. That's not. What kind of evidence are we still even waiting for? Should we apply for a warrant now that with all that we have? If we cooperate with Padmé, she might even share what she knew before the accident. No. Aren't you at least gonna explain to me why? Sir, Watson, never mind about the warrant. I will deal with it when the time comes. What I need you to do is keep an eye on an Anthony Montana. I can't speak. A Nathaniel Montana for me. Who? He has been meddling with my investigation. It's not important how or why. All I need to know is that he is a threat. Even more so, that I've requested his termination from the NYPD. Chief, you can't just do that! You haven't even explained to me what I've done wrong. Don't play dumb with me, officer. You have been sufficiently warned about your consistent abuse of rank. To gain unauthorized access into sensitive files, I caught one strike with you, and I haven't gone back since. This is about something else, isn't it? Officer! God, not once have I ever heard you bother to call me by any name. You never really saw me. You really never saw me. Never paid attention until Cortez. Officer Fowler! Should have known something was up since then. Yes, Chief? Please escort this young man out of my office and the station altogether. Of course you remember his name. Fuck me. And everything I've done for this place, I guess. All you've done is inconvenience our present. I've inconvenienced the present in what way, Chief? Or do you just mean that I've caused trouble for you? Sir, what is this thug still doing in my office? Take your fucking hands off me. Dude, chill. What the hell do you even do? Who cares? Not like if I told you, you do jack shit about it anyway. I was just asking to be polite. Jesus. But try and cause trouble closer to another station, Montana. Where to? Lauren and Owen's co-office. Sorry, I thought that he was in another office, literally. I misinterpreted that. Sir, if I may speak, you mind? I'm not sure Agent Washington could be trusted much longer. I'm well aware, but this won't be for much longer. That's what the Cortezes are for. And what if he talks? Travis. Oh no, he won't talk. You were there the night I got the call about the thieving bastard. One of the router dogs, but a dog is still a doggy. They can be tamed. Don't make this any tougher for yourself, chump. Oh, please. And he's always listened well. That was quite the damage you left on my car, young man. And quite the record you have here, Mr. Cortez. So keep that trap shut. The sister is who I'm having trouble with. She's the one that matters here. I was talking about Watson, sir. Are the declining frequency of his check-ins not a concern for you? Not even his newfound habit for pushing back on orders? He's not in the right head. I warned you, his psychological evaluations with the agency were precisely why I chose to take him under my wing. With all due respect, sir, that kid is unwell. A sane person wouldn't have produced the same results he had in such little time. A sane person has boundaries, and that's not what I need. And what I need is someone resourceful and errant. Someone who can take matters into their own hands to get a job done at all costs. I would go so far as to argue that to work for me in this endeavor, you would need to be a little crazy. But that has never been the difference between you and Agent Watson, or him and any of the other of my federal agents for that matter. You all have brilliant morals while he has none. He's a vacant cave that echoes in an imperfect mock. My shirt's reflecting off my teeth. He's my ideal accessory. The perfect kind of empty required for service. I don't need to trust him for my investigation to work. Watson only needs to trust me. So is this friend of yours. We met through a mutual friend's bachelorette party and headed off. On some more important things, did you sleep with him? What? Did you sleep with Dan? No, who on earth is Dan? Christ, what does he even tell you? Never mind. His real name isn't Haniel. It's not? It's Daniel Watson. I don't know why he wouldn't think to tell you, but Haniel's just a nickname. That's a shocker. I've never called him by anything else. Well, it's a dumb nickname that stuck from grade school. He hated it, and his dad was an ass who wouldn't let this stupid thing go. Now he prefers it better than the real one. It was his dad's name too, so must have gotten painful hearing that name called out in a room and turning his head to find nobody there. I'm probably the last person on earth who still calls him Dan. So, why have you stuck with that name then? Because he lets me, and it's just a bad habit of mine. Haniel has always been Danny to me. That's the kid I grew up with. Or maybe I just have had a hard time letting go of good times in the past. Never been too good with change. I'm a prisoner of nostalgia too. What does he to you, Padmé? He's a friend. Don't lie to me. Just be honest. You could trust me. I don't understand what exactly you want me to say. If you're looking for a quick fuck or a rebound, it's not gonna be Dan. He's a good man, Padmé, but it's just what? He's a little incensed. When he gets caught up in something, he gets pretty deep in it. And really, he doesn't do casual. Good thing, because me neither. But marriage is casual? I don't understand you. He treated marriage pretty casually, if you ask me. Excuse me? You guys got married for the monetary benefits, didn't you? That's what he told me. That's completely different. I'm practically family, not just some girl he met less than a year ago. And more importantly, I'm not the one entertaining him while I'm still married to someone else. If I've offended you somehow, then I apologize. You wouldn't offend me. We might be friendly, but we still haven't known each other for that long. Dan is incredibly important to me. I care about what happens to him.
He's where my loyalty is. I just need to know if you can handle it or if you'll hurt him. I would never hurt him. What makes you think I could ever do something like that? You won't. Probably not intentionally. But I know that given your circumstances, you're likely hurting. And this isn't to target you. I'm projecting a claim on the human population in general, but two hurt people don't make for a very good relationship. Agree to disagree. You hating whore, you don't even know what I've been through. A relationship with Haniel? I'm sorry, but you do not know me enough to make an assumption like that. I care about Haniel, and I hope you know what you're getting into. You don't see it yet, but he's not the kind of guy who just sits and waits around. I'm sorry, I have a really bad side today. It is my cricket. I'm so rude. For things to take natural course. To you, he probably even appears cool and collected. But I know him, and he's everything but. Haniel's impulsive. Why are you trying so hard to deter me from a relationship with him in the first place? Are you sure you don't even finish that sentence? God, no.
If you're going through something, Liz, you tell me, right?
I do, Daddy. I can't stop thinking about the bathroom. Who's gonna clean all that up?
We'd call and hire someone to do all that. You don't need to worry about any of that, baby.
Dan's already barely there. And as much as possible, I'd like to keep my friend here with me. But what does that mean? He's barely there. Forget it. I'm losing it. What's going on with him? Please tell me you haven't waited long, Eliza. Oh no, you're right on time. Already placed an order for your usual. God, you're just the best. Padme, I'd like you to meet my friend, Macy Freeman. Oh my God, Padme! And you, Sebastian, where does your head lie in all of this? I'm gonna try to do a French accent. Forgive me if I'm potentially offensive. With the 12%, I'm not gonna do that. That's just not right.
His a legitimate stole.
Alright, then let's go with that. And what about your heart?
What a childish question. My heart and my head are one.
And you practically... Oh my God. Now you can't lie to me. I practically helped raise you, and I know what I taught you.
And how did you raise me?
To care. I know you care, Sebastian. Perhaps not as much as your brother, but I know what deep down this must be gnawing at you.
Are you on my family's side or not?
Sebastian, be honest with yourself, and at the very least, if you cannot with me, did you send Ellie to America because he was the best man up to the job? Because you couldn't bring yourself to do it? When have you ever trusted your little brother to handle this company's affairs in all your life? That child has always been soft. You remind him of it like a fault every single day. So forget about your mother for a moment, even if it cost you her scolding from the grave. You can pretend all you want that you can turn off your heart like she does, but you forget one crucial little detail. You still are your papa's son. He may not have been the most faithful husband, but if there was anything he got right, it was in raising his own children. There's no doubt about that. And, well, she's still his child. The hesitancy you must feel in your chest, that's his only way of reaching you from beyond. Because there's no other way for the dead to speak to us but through our souls. I don't want you to do something you might regret, Sebastian. Listen for what he might be trying to say. Alors, vous êtes bien sur la boîte vocale de Giovanni Lang. S'il vous plaît, moi un message et je vous rappellerai que possible. Alors, vous êtes bien sur la boîte vocale de Giovanni Lang. Vous plaît, moi un message et je vous rappellerai que possible. To me, Monica's papa. Thank you for reading. You currently have 152 out of 92 butterfly points, 66 out of 38 spirit points, 71 out of 36 Haniel points.
Probably should have knocked, but I really didn't want to bother her. And there was a darker part of me that was curious about what she'd look like sprawled across my bed. Wasn't disappointed by the sight, to say the least.
Great choice, Haniel, +1.
Legs outstretched and ass perked up.
Is he sexualizing me while I'm sleeping? How sick and twisted.
Arms folded underneath her drooling face. Only she could make something like that look endearing. And there it was. Felt it burn up again, the coiling in my stomach after she let me high and dry after that kiss. Fuck my life. I looked down at the... What? Can I even show that on YouTube? Wait. They can't. This game's rated 12 plus. I'm gonna have to censor that, but... It looks like Haniel got excited from the kiss, and he got evidence of that. The evidence was left on his shirt. Staying on my shirt and prayed to God that she could keep her head down. Might as well have left me for dead, what with the way the memory replayed and assaulted me that night. over and over again and again. Like nails on a chalkboard, her perfect nails graded across every inch and corner of my mind. And Ferk, I'd give anything not to be thinking about her dragging them across my back right now. The fantasy of her had never felt so close within my reach. I'd never felt so impatient to get to her. I'd held out this long, kept a decent distance. Sorry, I'm not doing a boy voice. I'm just shocked that they showed that on episode because they censor the hell out of everything on here. I remember I was reading the story about this chef girl and it got censored and it got deleted because they were making jokes about race, but they weren't racist. It was about the character's own race. I'm gonna try. I probably sound like I'm crazy right now, but I remember that story. I don't remember the name of it, but it was really good and funny. Let her come to me at her own pace, sweet pace, but I wasn't sure I still held the self-discipline to be so thoughtful anymore. If there was even the slightest chance this could happen, that I could keep her mind, then to hell with everything else. Never be able to get over that kiss. I'd never be able to think of anything else. Padmé was like ice in my veins and snow smeared across my gums. Ow. The gateway drug into a new flavor of pain I could inflict on myself. Nothing had ever hurt me this good, but this fixation wasn't anything new. She was both the first hit and the relapse. Stronger than addiction, deadlier than the cancer that came of it. And I wanted it solely mine. I can't. I'm just shocked. Purchase points. Sure. Thank you. I love you too. Purchase. Okay. End the chapter. Is there gonna be a bonus scene? Man, I already told you. Without a proper appointment, you have no permission to loiter on our premises. Walk away now before I call up a security escort.
Oh no. My things are still in. What's with the cat girl? Wait, what is going on? He has scars on his back. Wait, what? He's bleeding. Back up. See what I mean with having all the little POC characters related to each other? There's no way he's gonna intimidate the only other black male in the story besides his grandpa. So many thoughts, and I have to restart the recording. So that's the end of chapter 28 of Only Pretend. I have a lot of thoughts. So Nathaniel is experiencing racism from another person of color in his field, which is just awful, and I can't even imagine that. I have experienced racism one time when I was, thank you for cutting me off. I've experienced racism one time when I was working, but it wasn't to such a severe degree. It's just I was stuttering a lot like I do now. You guys know I have a stutter. It is what it is. Like sometimes, because I have really bad nerves, or just high nerves. And they asked if I knew how to speak English, and I do. That's my first language, and it was just hurtful. And so to be called that by your superior, I can't even imagine that. A lot has happened. I cheated on my husband officially. I'm just shocked that they would show his. I don't know what to say. I've never been so gagged by an episode story before. I've never seen something like that in an episode story before. I have read the NSFW episode app. I forgot what it was called. It was something with an S, where they do stuff like that, but that's the whole premises of it. This is a really rare case for an episode story, and I wonder if they're gonna keep it in. I doubt it. And I don't know if I could show that because it is a cartoon, but I also know that it is still a depiction of, and you can't put straight up hentai on here, but that's not straight up hentai. It's a guy's, I don't know, I'm probably gonna censor it just to be safe. But you guys are available to read it down below. I love giving my thoughts at the end of the episodes, but I'm just really gagged. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really miss this series and I can't wait for the next one. Thank you guys all for your support. Bye bye.